And on to tourism. The tourism sector is facing perhaps its worst year in history as tourist numbers drop. Insecurity has been at the center of the sector's misfortunes that has led to travel advisories that ultimately led to fewer arrivals. KTN's Phil Keitani took a trip down to the Kenyan coast that has been hardest hit and brings a story of how an industry is clutching at straws trying to remain open.
To say that the tourism sector is in dire strain will not begin to paint a picture of just how bad the current situation is.
The situation is pathetic. Things are not working well in the coast region, generally in terms of workers. If things don't change, if the government don't take what everyone is saying seriously, then that could lead to downsizing or could lead to loss of jobs.
The month of March has been the onset of what has been the worst years of Kenya's tourism sector. Scenes of tourists cutting short their holidays and heading back home marked the lowest point of the industry.
That thing is actually that we don't expect it to improve very soon.
August is normally Kenya's high season, but most hotels at the coast are currently operating at less than 25% occupancy rate, and at least 20% of the mostly adversely affected hotels have shut down. In May, industry insiders estimated the effects of travel advisories placed on Kenya by the UK, US, France and Australia will punch a 5 million shillings hole in country's economy. The government has been clutching on straws trying to get the sector back on its feet, but the Tourism Recovery Task Force now says it has received funds to facilitate its activities and has unveiled short, medium and long-term tourism recovery plans.
How much money do we need? We need a lot of money because it is not just for 1 year. We're looking at this as a longer period.
But even as questions are raised about the declining performance of the sector, the big question has to be, has there been over-investment in the sector as the coastal region? The number of visitors visiting the beaches of Mombasa has reduced drastically, leaving the locals feeling hopeless as their source of livelihood is diminishing. Philip Keitani, KTN from Mombasa.